why you don't need to tell all of your friends and family about your YouTube channel or whatever business you're trying to create is because there are going to be some that don't support, and there are going to be some that see this as you seeking attention, you seeking their permission, when really we don't need anybody's permission to do this. I, as a creator, as a personal development video creator, I do not need to have permission from all of my friends and family to say, Dale, you're good enough to do this now. I changed the mindset from trying to get approval from others to becoming that who's willing to do it, willing to get better. And I've gotten better over time by changing my energy to the confident video creator. And I kept making these videos time and time again. I've been doing it every day, and I changed my energy. It changed the audience, and it changed the type of videos I began to create. And you no longer need the validation or approval from others to do this. You change into the person that is good enough to do it. Needing to be validated by others is an old story, or it could be a current story that you need to change. But why is it that that parent or friend's opinion matter to you? Why does it matter to you? And why haven't you started making a YouTube channel yet? Why haven't you started taking that program in the field you are very interested in? What is holding you back? Do you feel like you're going through the spiritual transition where you're beginning to look at yourself and your old belief system, but you don't have what it takes to take that next step? Are you struggling with that? You are not the first person. I've been you as well. When I first started on YouTube, I didn't go and brag to everybody about this channel and what I'm doing. I actually had a friend tell me the other night at a show that somebody came up to her and said, I've been following Dale on TikTok. He's actually really good at what he's doing. He does this spiritual stuff, spiritual teachings, personal development stuff. And she was intrigued by that comrade of hers who told her about my material. And she looked me up on YouTube and started doing some of my meditations. And I won't use her name on here because I didn't ask her permission, but she's done the meditations and told me that she likes doing them and the type of content I am creating. But she says, why haven't you told anyone about what you're doing? And my reply was, I am not doing this to be able to brag about it. I am doing it to grow as an individual. I'm here to grow you as my audience, and I'm here to help you on your personal growth journey, to take the steps to become the best version of you, to become the most successful self that now has the confidence to take the chance. And when you start to change the mindset from, I need to wait, I need to do this and that before I can do this, to starting now, you're actually starting on the path to greatness. The abundance will start to flow in. But the more you wait, the more you're in a scarcity mindset. Because I don't want to start because of that fear. I don't want to start because I feel like this person who I care about their opinion will judge me. There are people who judge me all the time. You may be on this delusional path. How can you make money off the internet? How could you trust that? How would you be able to leave that truck driving job to do that? That's not how normal people operate. That's the vibe I got from the person in this discussion. And I said, I changed my mindset and my energy to be tuned into a certain frequency. And the frequency level is that of the abundant being that attracts abundance in friendships, relationships, and opportunity. And I went from meditating and reciting out loud that I'm good enough to be a personal trainer. I'm good enough to run a YouTube. to actually starting to speak and make videos on YouTube. But I meditated and told myself, I have to change, I have to change, I have to do this. Yes, I'm aware that maybe that's a program that I felt maybe my life wasn't good enough. But I wouldn't have transitioned into the person that you see today. And I'm aware that that was an old program, that I was living in unhappiness. And the person I was in a conversation with about this is, why were you unhappy back then? Well, because I was living the same old life, driving the truck, coming home, watching television, and seeking everything on the outside as outer stimuli to make me feel good. When I started to apply myself and use my creative energy, I allowed the divine to flow in. I tuned into the frequency of the full-time YouTuber Dale, full-time personal development Dale, and that's who you guys are getting. And when I don't script these videos, you're getting the flow state version. And I didn't make this one very first thing in the morning. I made this one later in the afternoon, but I still really feel a good flow state. And this is the steps that you take towards becoming an online coach, which I'm going to step into being that and helping people online, one-on-one coaching. You have to start to build yourself up to someone who can help others, because you know that the path that you're on is the right path for you, and to help people find that similar path for themselves. So you have to keep on this journey. You can't just do something 3 or 4 times and think you're an expert. You have to put in the reps. And why am I so good at speaking now and I make a video every day? Because I've put in the reps to lead up to this video with all of the prior videos. And I've changed my energy. I've trusted in the universe. Check it out. I'll put it in the top corner here. A good video I made about putting your trust in the universe and letting it align with you. And you align with that frequency in the quantum field and become it. You're not overthinking, because overthinking is linked to trying to come up with a solution, which is living in survival. And this person I was in that discussion with, I said, well, I'm doing this because I trust what I'm doing and I know that someday I won't need to drive truck for a living. And he said, that's not realistic. And I said, well, why would I need to work to abide to society, to just have a regular job? And she said, because that's surviving. I told her she was living in victim-like emotions and thoughts. She says, I'm not victim, I'm a survivor. Well, what is victim and survival linked to? That is linked to negative thinking. That is linked to autopilot, living in the comfortable, and that is the opposite of what I am doing right now. I am moving forward. I have found a path to get on, and I am moving forward on that path. I'm learning to make meditations. I'm learning about breath work. I'm going to be an online coach for self-help, helping you figure out the best version of yourself. And these are all different ways that you can make money with your passion. You can do anything you want. You don't need to be a personal development video creator. Anything that you want. Just think about it. What's holding you back right now? Is it someone else's opinion? Is it your opinion of yourself? Is it the self-confidence? Drop me a line below. You just need to be able to observe that program and know that that's just a program. That's not the self. And you keep repeating yourself the same story because you're not willing to take a chance and live in the uncomfortable. But that's where the growth and things start to come into your life, is making changes. If I just kept driving truck and I never tried making a couple of social media short videos, I wouldn't be here. But I had to make those videos, not be that great at it, and not worry about who makes fun of it. Whoever wants to make fun of it, great. I'm worthy enough because of how good I feel about myself, not about the results I get. It feels great to get feedback. I love feedback. Drop me a comment down below if you want. I take pleasure in helping you guys because I let the divine flow through. I am connected to something greater, God, my higher self. That's what I talk about spiritual work. It's not about summoning ghosts and making $10,000 appear in my account tomorrow morning. It's believing in there's a higher version of yourself that exists in a line of time, and you're living in the line of time that is the norm. And when you choose to step into the line of time that is the most abundant self, that has that abundance in love and relationships and love for yourself, the money will flow in because you no longer need it. The followers and subscribers will flow in because you no longer need it or want it. But when you want to grow and have that success come to you, you actually put a block in that line of time from happening and becoming reality. Because the familiar reality you keep reflecting to yourself is, I'm not good enough and those followers are not coming in quick enough. So therefore, my videos, I've got to figure out something better. Well, yeah, sure, you could look at Tony Robbins' quote of, well, if something's not working, change it. If that's not working, change it. But when you change your energy to whatever I'm doing is good enough, that is going to be projected to the people. Like this video right now. I'm talking to you like I'm good enough because I don't have to overthink the stuff I'm talking about. I just need to be who I am. I am being, not thinking. I am not overanalyzing. I am the true self. I've discovered my power within. And what is your true power? Do you know what your true power within is? It's to be yourself. You take your power back from those that you were projecting it onto for that approval, like this person I was having a conversation with, that might have been reflecting similar energy to me from my parents. From my parents, maybe I wanted to go in a certain direction and my dad didn't approve of that because he had a different path set aside for me. But maybe the musician Dale that liked to smoke pot all the time and just wanted to play music and not play hockey anymore was afraid to tell my dad. I'm more involved with music. Like, I'm learning how to play drums to Metallica, Pantera, Dream Theater, whatever the bands is I liked when I was 15 years old. There was a fear there of wanting my father to approve that I'm not going in a sports direction with my life. I was more of a musical mind, and that's where the creative version of myself began at a young age. And I used some of those creative aspects towards this personal development channel. So I thank you for watching this one today, and I'm going to link at the end of the video a very important video about transforming your life the way I've been able to transform my life. And it talks about the getting into making a YouTube drum channel and taking the personal training program to become a fitness trainer, which is another online business I've created for myself. So good luck, and thank you for watching.